A hand suddenly emerged from the ground. Immediately, a man crawled out of the ground. At this moment, his armor was already tattered. Soon, the man collapsed to the ground. While he was unconscious, a few Jawas discovered him. They removed his helmet and armor. Even the weapons on his arms were taken. Then the man suddenly woke up, but he was immediately knocked out again. Fortunately, the Jawas did not harm his life. The next day, 4 sand people approached. They turned the man over. Then they used protein from insects to wake him up. After that, they dragged him across the vast desert. The man's name was Jack, a bounty hunter in space. At this point, he had no strength to resist. Jack fell heavily to the ground and passed out again. When he woke up, it was already late at night. Next to him was another captured alien. Their only guard was a sand dog. It turned out the sand people had taken them as slaves. Seeing the sleeping sand dog, he planned to cut the ropes and escape. Unexpectedly, he woke the sand dog, but Jack remained calm. The sand dog opened its mouth and slowly approached. The alien widened its eyes in fear. Then the sand dog suddenly attacked. Jack grabbed its neck. With one strike, he knocked the sand dog out. He used the sand dog's teeth to cut the ropes. Then he planned to rescue the alien. The sand people heard the noise and rushed over. Jack shoved one of them to the ground. He realized it was a child, so he gave up the attack and ran away. At this moment, the sand dog regained consciousness. Jack hadn't gone far when he was knocked down by the sand dog. Then he was kicked unconscious by the sand people. The next morning, the sand boy led them to find water. To prevent Jack from escaping, they were chained by their ankles. When they reached the water source, they found the station had been raided by bandits. The bandits had also left their distinctive mark. The sand boy had no choice but to make them dig for fruit. Using the sand dog's sense of smell, they found a small dune. Soon, the alien dug out a fruit. Jack didn't expect there to be water-rich food in the desert. At that moment, the alien noticed something unexpected. A dark claw suddenly appeared. The sudden change alarmed both Jack and the sand people. Then a third hand emerged from the ground. It turned out to be a sleeping 4-legged monster.